what up? It's your boy Southside A60 back with another video. And yo, my Wi-Fi or my computer, I think it's my computer, I think it's my Wi-Fi, has been going and acting really slow. So if this buffers, if it goes from HD, like if it goes from like 1080p to 720p to fucking 360p, then back up to 1080p, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this shit out, but I'm just trying to make this video right now while it's working. So yeah, let's get. Oh, it's a video by Andy M. Lee, and it's called Superhero Fancast You Won't Shut Up About. Let's get it.
Fancast. If you have one, it most likely sucks and will not age well.
Please work,
Okay, so this one
computer,
sort of
please
came
work.
out of nowhere. If you're chronically online, you would have seen Jacob Elordi in that one suit during the press tour for Frankenstein, and from that one single image, a brand new Batman DCU fan cast has been spawned. As if we needed another one. First of all, let me just say this. Yes, this image does radiate immense Bruce Wayne energy. Like, apart from that haircut, he literally looks like prime Bruce Wayne ripped from the comics. The guy's
Especially, he looks like, especially Jim Lee's.
He literally looks like prime Bruce Wayne ripped from the comics. The guy's traditionally good looking, he's got a strong jaw for a cow, and he can pull off emotion pretty well even when most of his face is covered.
I think that the key to a character is the eyes.
Yes.
You said, well, he has these eyes that look so moving. The eyes are so expressive.
And also, the guy is 6'5". I don't know if
that
that's a
nigga's
bad thing,
fucking
but that is
tall.
somehow taller than David Cornsweat. But let's talk about the things I think hold back from Jacob Elordi from being an ideal DCU Batman. First, he said that he doesn't want to do superhero movies at this point of his career. He was even asked to audition for Superman, but he just didn't. And I know some people might be mad at that, but honestly, it makes total sense. I mean, he's one of the most sought after leading men in Hollywood right now. He doesn't
do whatever the
need
fuck he
to
wants.
do anything. At least he's honest. The last thing we need is an actor who signs on to be Batman for 10 years, and every interview he's like, fuck, I hate everything about this. Next thing that doesn't make Jacob Elordi the ideal DCU Batman choice is that he's only 28 years old, and this DCU Batman is meant to have a Damian Wayne Robin. I guess nothing really stops that from being possible. Like, Batman could have had Damian when he was 18, then they can try convincing us that Elordi is playing a Batman older than Elordi himself. But actors in Hollywood usually play characters that are younger than them, so a Jacob Elordi Batman on screen that's meant to be a dad will look extra young. I feel like anyone who plays Batman with a Damian Wayne Robin shouldn't be able to pass as a Nightwing age-wise. Am I wrong? So who do I think Jacob Elordi should play in a Marvel or DC project if he were able to take interest in one? Just to stick with the Batman side of things, I've seen many people suggest the absolute Batman version for him. Yeah, he's got the hype, but I just don't see them introducing a third live-action Batman into the mix right now. We've already got fans online shitting themselves at the thought of two Batman, and then you're gonna add a third? And if they do an animated absolute Batman, then might as well find someone with a perfect absolute Batman voice and just disregard anything about how they look because it's an animated project. Going off Elordi's performance in Frankenstein, I think Swamp Thing is a pretty easy pick, but if I had to guess, I don't think he would be interested in playing another monster creature anytime soon. Someone who I think Jacob Elordi will be great as though is Eddie Brock to Tom Holland Spider-Man. They'll probably stick with Matt Gargan Venom for the MCU, but I feel like Jacob Elordi will be able to channel a lot of hate that's needed for Eddie Brock, and he's got the physicality for it too. However, Jacob Elordi did used to date Zendaya, so might be awkward. I think Jacob Elordi would also be a good Cyclops as well. Is he too tall for Cyclops? A 6'5" Cyclops? I don't know. Yeah, I know, this guy's basically fan cast as every villain ever over the age of 30, but Giancarlo Esposito as Mr. Freeze has been a fan cast I've seen online for years. This was mainly for the Batman Part 2, which at the time of filming this video hasn't announced who the villain will be. But there was a whole push to get Mr. Freeze as the main villain, which I think is an idea that most fans have given up on at this point. However, never say never, anything could happen. I also feel like Mr. Freeze is one of those characters where the age of the actor doesn't matter too much, especially when you consider that most of the time they'll be in a big fuck-off massive suit with goggles laid with CGI and shit. I actually haven't seen Esposito play an emotionally driven character because I feel like for most of the projects he's in, his typecast as the calm, evil overlord type. I think Giancarlo Esposito is best known for his role as Gus Fring in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which, like I said before, is very different from the Mr. Freeze.
I looked at the camera of that pic because I got a notification on my phone. Bro, don't.
Character. But if I had to bet my dick on whether he'd be a good Mr. Freeze or not, I'd say yes. From the limited insight I have, I wouldn't say it would be the greatest casting ever, but there's definitely some potential. Other characters I think Giancarlo Esposito would be great as is Professor X.
That's about
Okay,
it.
I'm not really sure why this fan cast is so popular. Maybe it's because I haven't seen him play a compassionate character, but if this casting were ever to come into fruition, I don't think my brain will be able to compute what is happening. Also, I feel like Charles Xavier's background as a rich white guy makes up a pretty decent part of his backstory, especially when contrast.
No. I don't know, a lot of you right now are like, yes. No. Magneto is, I feel like, is the only character that they should keep Jewish and white. I'm trying to say, because that plays a major role into his backstory, into his character overall. So I'm sorry, I disagree right here. Him being white and rich, probably him being rich, but him being white and rich, no. That is not a major thing in his backstory. I think the only thing that's major about that is the money. And that's how he's able to afford the mansion and, pay everybody. This and third. So yeah, sorry. I don't agree with that.
Casting to Magneto's not so fun background. Anyway, I think the most obvious casting decision that's adjacent to Mr. Freeze is Hugo Strange. I would love to see Esposito more crazy outwards rather than shutting all the craziness inside. I've also seen people fan cast him as Martian Manhunter. Not bad, but I feel like he's a bit too old for Martian Manhunter vibes, but that's just me personally. And as for the MCU though, he was already cast as the greatest supervillain of all time. Sidewinder. So there goes any chance of him playing Norman Osborn, which is someone that the internet also wanted him as for a while. I think Giancarlo Esposito would have made a killer William Stryker. Like, he would have been a great secondary antagonist in the Wolverine vs. Hulk movie.
Yes!
Basically, if you're a white guy who's not fat that played an evil character that's very sinister looking, then apparently you're perfect for the Joker. But I ask this, do we even want another Joker right now? Isn't it getting all a bit repetitive? I mean, there are so many other villains we could be introducing into the mainstream. And to do with the Joker character, I feel like it's tradition at this point to get someone who's not expected to be the Joker to play the Joker, right? But again, very repetitive. Do we want to see the Joker again? I don't know, I think we can wait a bit, okay? Let's just stop repeating the same shit all over again. Basically, if you're a white guy...
He's not wrong there, but so far, Willem Dafoe and then Bill Skarsgård as Joker, as the Joker. It's like a fucking kid right there. As the Joker, top tier fan cast. So far, top tier fan cast.
Is not fat that played an evil character that's very sinister looking, then apparently you're perfect for the Joker. But I ask this, do we even want another Joker right now? Isn't it getting all a bit repetitive? I mean, there are so many other villains we could be introducing into the mainstream. And to do with the Joker character, I feel like it's tradition at this point to get someone who's not expected to be the Joker to play the Joker, right?
Yeah, but these are just fan casting. We're not talking. They're not talking about like casting them right now. I'm trying to say. I'm talking about like the future. I'm trying to say that not right now.
But again, very repetitive. Do we want to see the Joker again? I don't know, I think we can wait a bit, okay? Let's just stop repeating the same shit all over again. Basically, if you're a white guy who's not fat that played an
Alright, dude. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna listen to this
someone
again.
who's not expected to be the... Do we want to see the Joker again? Going back to the Breaking Bad thing, I think Bryan Cranston said it best when he said this.
Not one conversation. It was all fan-driven. They're thinking, who can play Lex Luthor? Who's bald? Who could be menacing? Oh! Walter White! We can get that guy. And it's like, it's not very inspiring casting.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it.
At its peak before Jesse Eisenberg was cast as Lex Luthor and Batman v Superman. But even after that...
I don't care, bro. That was not Lex Luthor. That was the Riddler. I don't care. I don't care. That was the Riddler cosplaying as Lex Luthor. I don't care. I don't care.
Movie came out, I remember people being like, dude, what if Bryan Cranston plays the real Lex Luthor? Lex Luthor Senior. I mean, it's a good thing we can all shut the fuck up now because I'm pretty sure that we all like Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. As long as they don't give him any more dialogues like the one in Peacemaker Season 2.
Bear-sized man with dragon skin, but fucking a glowing twink with cartoon eyes in his cell beside me.
Anyway, back to...
What was wrong with that? That sounded like a Lex Luthor thing to say. That sounded like a very Lex Luthor thing to say if he was in a TVMA or rated R film or show. I don't know. What was wrong about that line?
Bryan Cranston's Lex Luthor, he probably would have done a really good job. I'm someone who likes Superman and Lex Luthor to be roughly the same age, like max 7 years apart. So if Bryan Cranston was cast as a Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor role in Batman v Superman, I think it would have made the role more childish than it already was. Like, you're getting a 50 to 60-year-old popping Jolly Ranchers into people's mouths. Like, That would have been so weird. But now that he's not playing Lex Luthor, who do I think that he could play potentially? Jim Gordon's a little too obvious, but I think he'd nail it nonetheless. I once saw fan casting for Bryan Cranston as Highfather, and I thought that was pretty much perfect. My only concern would be that he might be a bit bored with the role if they never end up making a New Gods movie. I can't really think of anyone special in the MCU for him. I know people have said Professor X, but come on, like, because he was bald.
No, dude, because he's a good actor. What is this nigga? Sometimes this nigga be saying dumb shit, bro. And I fuck with this nigga too. But I'm watching, I'm reacting to this shit, but I don't know. Sometimes he be saying some dumb shit.
Okay, I know we've had a lot of Batman in this video, but can someone tell me what the fuck that push was to get Brendan Sklenar as Batman? 1 minute, I never even heard of this guy, and I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, and the next minute, the whole internet's campaigning for this guy to—
See, and this is why I love this nigga too. This is facts right now. I've seen this nigga posted so many times before as fan casting. What is, where, what, why, where, who, huh? Who is this nigga? See? That's why I love this nigga too.
I know people have said Professor X, but come on, like, because he was bald.
Brandon Sklenar.
Okay, I know we've had a lot of Batman in this video, but can someone tell me what the fuck that push was to get Brendan Sklenar as Batman? 1 minute, I never even heard of this guy, and I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, and the next minute, the whole internet's campaigning for this guy to be Batman. Like, deadass, where did this man appear from? Dude, it's from—
All I remember him from is from during Deadpool Wolverine. There was another movie that was coming out that I think Ryan Reynolds' wife was doing, and he was in it. And like Ryan Reynolds, it was like a fake interview. Ryan Reynolds crashed the interview. That's in the third. That's the only place I know this nigga from.
1923, that Yellowstone prequel show. Unless grandparents and divorced mothers are now making up the majority of online DC fans, none of this is making sense. I remember James Gunn saying that a lot of actors have a PR team that will push for them for a certain role online to build hype and momentum, and my god, this seems like a fucking case study.
This is
if I've
probably,
ever seen one.
yeah, that's probably what it was.
Someone genuinely defend this guy to be the next Batman. You know dead internet theory? This is like dead fan cast theory. Okay, maybe I'm being a little harsh because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen him in anything where I can actually gauge his acting skills. But that being said, looks-wise, he doesn't really look like a Bruce Wayne to me. If anything, he looks like a Green Arrow.
That doesn't fucking matter. The looks don't matter, bruh. Like, I'm complaining like if he always says that. No, it's just people in general. Like, it's just like my first time or like second or third time hearing him talking about like casting somebody off of looks or whatever. But like just in general, bro, I'm so tired of people saying that. Oh, she looks just like some. But what about the acting chops, nigga? Can they act? I'm trying to say, can they represent that character like faithfully? Like, I'm trying to say, like, bro, it doesn't matter if the character doesn't look like them.
But hey, maybe I'm not
they
in
have
the right
to
position to judge. Like, yeah,
be like them. I don't know. That's the best way I can say
Batman in film hasn't required the most elite levels of acting. Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson. Dude, those are some high bars to clear. So I don't know what the deal is with the internet and Keanu Reeves, but everyone seems to love this guy. Here's a reminder, you do not know any of these people you see on screen in a movie or TV show or YouTube video, because for all you know, they could be the biggest piece of shit on earth, okay? Even though Keanu Reeves is known to not be the greatest actor on earth,
Alright, dude. You jealous or something, nigga? What? But I will give him this though. It is true what he said. Remember, those people you see online, bro, those people that you're fans of or that you watch consistently, this and the third, those are not your real friends. You don't know them. They don't know you. Stop that parasocial shit. That is not good for the mental health. I will give him that.
Push for him to be Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider has been persistent for almost a decade now. I think it's also worth mentioning that Keanu Reeves is now 61 years old. So even if they do make him into Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, I'm scared that Marvel's gonna do the Hank Pym treatment with him. But then again, Keanu Reeves doesn't look that old and is still doing physical roles like John Wick, so I don't think it will take too much for him to be Ghost Rider. I think the very decision of making Johnny Blaze the main Ghost Rider of the MCU will enrage Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans all over the world.
Oh, Rob,
we
why?
already got a Ghost Rider in the—
Yeah, but that would be Robbie Reyes and he would be Johnny Cage. I hope I'm saying it. No, not Johnny Cage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Johnny Blaze, right? That's his name. Oh my god, how can I forget this nigga's name? Oh my god. My nerd card is slipping away from me right now. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah, no. Why would fans get mad? He could just be the Johnny Blaze version, and there's the Robbie Reyes version, like the comics.
That show. Granted, we did get a Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider cameo in that show without any Johnny Blaze, so, you know, the door's still open. Do I think that Keanu Reeves will make a good Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider? To be honest, I don't think I've read a single Ghost Rider comic in my entire life. And I think every media adaptation I've seen of him just has him as the cool, growly guy, which is fine. I like to think that he could do a better job than Nicolas Cage, but again, I don't really know what there is to do better in terms of his personality. Anyway, who do I think that Keanu Reeves could play instead of Ghost Rider? In Marvel, I think he'd be a good Silver Surfer and maybe a good...
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. Honestly, from what I've seen, he doesn't really have that range or screen presence that could make him ooze from character to character. I know he played Constantine ages ago and apparently he's trying to get a Legacy sequel up and running, but after having Matt Ryan as the character, can he even go back to Keanu Reeves' Constantine? Maybe Keanu Reeves can play someone tragic like Metallo, but even Metallo is a bit snarky, so I don't know. This is a fan cast I've seen for a hot minute. Adria Arjona was great in Andor,
it's perfect.
I've seen her in Hitman and Morbius. The one thing I've seen people oppose her for the role of Wonder Woman is her height, which is 5'6".
Okay.
Dude, who fucking cares? If you're one of those people who...
Nigga, you're the one that's talking about this dude don't look like Batman. What are you talking about? Who fucking cares? Nigga, you was just saying that this nigga, that I forgot his name. Brendan, the nigga that I told you about that I didn't know about. What are you talking about, bro?
were like, dude, Wonder Woman in the DCU
I don't know what I just said there. What are you talking about, bro?
has to be taller than Batman and Superman, then I think you need to reassess what makes good acting. Would it be great if the actress for Wonder Woman is tall? Yeah, duh, but it's not a necessity. It's funny what people get upset about when it comes to casting for a character. Like this time, complaining about race has been overtaken by complaining about height. I'm sure lots of people agree after Gal Gadot that acting skills and experience is preferred over meaningless details and visual notes. In terms of who else she could play in the DCU, the possibilities are basically endless. She could play Talia al Ghul, she could play Jessica Cruz, she could play fucking Catwoman, she could play a Huntress, she could play Renee Montoya, she could play Zatanna, she could play Cheetah. There's just too many. In the MCU, Mystique, Rogue, that's pretty much all I can think of, but I'm sure there are more options out there.
Everyone is Nightwing.
I already made a video about this, but in case you haven't heard, if you're under the age of...
I think, well, who knows, but I think everything he's about to say, I'm about to agree with 100% of it, because, yo, y'all niggas be fucking... And yes, y'all niggas, so y'all niggas, like, even dudes, bruh. Y'all niggas be fucking drooling over this nigga. Like... Relax. Go bust a nut or some shit. Like, damn.
30, good looking, and have acted in a big project before, you are now a contender to play Nightwing. It seems like everyone has been fan cast to play Nightwing, from Timothy Chalamet, to Jacob Elordi, to Asher Angel, to the How to Train Your Dragon guy. And Nightwing is weird because everyone imposes these weird attributes that this actor must have. Like, oh, he has to have a background in gymnastics because Dick Grayson was a gymnast. That's like saying, dude, I don't care who they cast as Steve Rogers, but he just has to have served in the military at some point.
True.
Like, what? I know
True.
it worked out for Tom Holland with his background in dance and gymnastics, but he also got a mild concussion from doing a stunt on the set of Brand New Day. So maybe let's leave the stunts to the stunt people. And we still don't know whether the dynamic duo, the puppet movie with Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, is gonna be canon in the DCU. And since James Gunn has said that the voice actor and actors for characters will be one and the same, by that logic, we should find out who the actor for Dick Grayson will be by the end of 2027.
Unless this is a kid version of Nightwing. I'm trying to say.
Now that I say it out loud,
Or Dick
it's
Grayson.
pretty far away. But still, and for a character like Nightwing, dude, let's face it, the best character who will end up being chosen will be someone none of us even considered, okay? So, like every other fan cast, this is basically a waste of time. And I say that as if I hadn't made another video about superhero fan casts that you can't shut up about, like Alan Richardson as Batman and Anthony Starr's Reverse Flash. So if you haven't seen that, check that out if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week, and let me know what you think of these fan casts and what you think of fan casts in general. See you next week.
Fucking, I love this nigga, bro. I feel like I don't agree with everything bro says all the time, but like 60% of it, 70% of it, I agree with. It's the same with Josh from Dead and Nerds, because Josh from The Nerds, that's really like a love-hate relationship with that channel. Feel me? Like, anyways, let me not get into that because I'm pretty sure y'all know about that. But anyways, for some reason, Josh, if you're watching this, I fuck with you, bro. Keep doing your thing. Just chill out a little bit. But I say that in the best way possible. But anyways, oh shit, that shit scared me. But anyways, let me know what y'all think. Who are y'all fan cast for any of these actors in DC or in Marvel? Let me know in the comments. And also, would y'all want me to see the other fan casting video? I honestly think I already watched it, but I wouldn't mind rewatching again just to see. Cause I think I only watched it once. So yeah. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, and deuces.